parents are, it's easy to cast them as superheroes and very easy to cast them as supervillains. But really, in reality, they're somewhere in the middle lies the actual person.
How are you guys doing? How are you holding up?
Good, Jordan. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So I saw the Adam Project, and it really has it all. It has action, drama, time travel.
Stop the car.
What? What?
Stop! Go, reverse! Laura, this is me.
Hi.
But it also hits the family element really hard. Like, you guys really dig into how great and difficult and complicated family bonds can be. With that being said, how do you guys channel aspects of your respective relationships with your real life dads when interacting with Mark Ruffalo, who plays your dad in this film?
A lot of my real life experience with my own father, who's passed, not unlike as we tell it in the story, is infused in the storytelling of this film. I had a complicated relationship with my father. I didn't really have the kind of closure one would hope for. I'm not sure anyone really gets closure with the death of a parent that they really seek. But I also really understood and related to this idea that we tell ourselves stories about our parents to, in a way, sort of verify our own sort of deficits or pave over our own kind of deficits or personal deficits. And that how those stories aren't necessarily true. Like parents are, it's easy to cast them as superheroes and very easy to cast them as supervillains. But really, in reality, they're somewhere in the middle lies the actual person. And I love that this movie shines a light on parents as human beings as opposed to just, life support systems designed to make our lives better.
Yeah, knowing them as actual real people, it's huge. Walker, what about you? How did this affect or remind you of your relationship with your dad?
It didn't exactly remind me of my relationship with my dad. It reminded me of, I have a bunch of friends whose dads died when they were in the military. So they never had a parent when they were young. And so that reminds me of them. And I hope that they feel some closure from that in this.
I spent 30 years trying to get away from the me that was you. And I'll tell you what. You were the best part all along.
Walker, since you were cast as a younger version of Ryan in this film, you're likely gonna have to share some physical characteristics with your buddy there as you get older. Have you come to terms with that? Are you okay knowing that?
I am more than okay.
You're more than, wow. Yeah, have you given any tips to help him kind of get through life looking like that?
He's doing just fine. This kid does not need tips from me. This kid does not need anything from me. He came sort of ready-made for this. We read a few hundred kids for this role, and we knew he was the guy from the second he spoke. But more than anything, this movie lives and dies on Walker's performance, and he's so good in this movie, and in every moment of it, really delivers on all that wish fulfillment, big action, adventure, comedy stuff, but also understands that movies like this have a real backbone that is both emotional, vulnerable, intimate, and personal. So pretty awesome.
This film, like I said before, truly does hit it all. It hits all the right notes. I'd be shocked if anyone left the theater not feeling satisfied.
How'd you get to be so smart?
How'd you get to be so dumb?
Nice try.